The question that we are asking is when is enough enough? Is it going to take for someone to be seriously injured in the line of duty, or in worst case a line of duty death?
Am I worried that somebody's going to die? Absolutely. You know, this is an emergency service. The way that they're treating this is like some kind of flippant sort of organisation where their results don't matter. They matter a lot. They matter to us. They matter to New Zealanders. This is people's lives they're playing with. Not even engaging with us to even talk about what the problems are is absolutely unheard of. I'm speechless. I just don't understand it.
The union claims staffing is so dire, stations like Onehunga and Parnell haven't been able to staff their trucks.
I've been in this job for 44 years, since the late 1970s. I have never, in that 44 years, seen fire stations shut down because of the lack of staff until this year.
2 weeks ago, this house burnt down at the end of Whangaparoa Peninsula. Neighbour Roy McFarlane called it in.
Well, we found ourselves sitting here after the power lines came down, waiting for the fire brigade, thinking, what the heck, they're in Manly, what's taking them so long? Waiting, like, where are the fire brigade? So yes, it was a very long response time.
Like as a career firefighter, knowing that when you go home, that's it for the area, there's no more career firefighters here.
It's a concern. I live in this area and you know, the volunteers do the best that they can, but they can't always turn out.
This is not about whether the volunteer firefighters are doing a good job. Remember, they do it for free and they have to turn out from home or from work. It's about whether the level of resources in Hibiscus Coast actually meets the needs of a growing population.
Firefighters stopped the blaze from spreading, but daylight revealed not only the skeleton of what stood the night before, but also fire trucks bearing signs of dissent among the crew.
And unfortunately, we're at a critical point now where that lack of staffing and lack of investment in career firefighters is coming to a head.
The debate heating up in Parliament too, with MPs grilling the minister in charge.
Does she have confidence in the current state of our fire and emergency services?
When fire stations were closed over the last 2 weekends due to a lack of staff.
To actually fight fires, increasing by only 7% and 6% respectively.
That is an operational matter that does not come under the minister's remit.
Getting ready to walk off the job, something firefighters don't want to do.
We feel like we have no choice. I can guarantee you that the firefighters in New Zealand do not want to take this action.
Professional crews won't respond to emergencies between 11 a.m. and noon this Friday. In the 80s there was similar action, but they were rolling strikes.
This is the first time in history that nationally firefighters and all the rest of our members are walking off the job. If we don't take this action, nothing will change.
Contract negotiations between the fire service and the union representing professional firefighters have been ongoing for more than a year.
If it was just about pay, the firefighters wouldn't be walking off. They wouldn't. This is about the systemic issues in FENZ, and they can't keep going like this.
Coming up after the break, there's an emergency in our fire service. Yes, there is. And today they're walking off the job. They're going to be with us here live in the studio next. Good morning, New Zealand. You're watching AM, and this is the front line of the picket line. Firefighters striking today, and they want your help and your support. This is right outside AM's studio in Auckland, at 4 minutes away from 7 o'clock. What do they want? At 11 a.m. today, nearly 2,000 professional firefighters will walk off the job for the first time in New Zealand's history, and they've just announced plans for more strikes in the future. You'll have seen the crews arriving. They're outside right now. Right now, though, in the studio, we're going to go to Terry Bird and Chanel Ford, who are here to talk to us about the concerns that firefighters have and what it is that they want, why they are striking. From the New Zealand Professional Firefighters Union, the Auckland President, Terry Bird, and from Devonport, Chanel Ford. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Chanel, those conditions, how bad are they? What are you experiencing on a shift?
20 years in the job and I've never seen it this bad. Absolutely gutted at how things are going at the moment. Trucks are breaking down on a daily basis. The truck that I was in to get here broke down on the way here.
This morning?
Yes, yep.
So how'd you get here? Did you have
we got it working again, but they're going to have to get workshops to have a look at it.
So you had to pull over on the way here to fix it?
Well, we stopped in the middle of the road. Yep.
Yeah, had it been a fire call, they would have had to stop and pull over, build up here, and then proceed. We've got something for you.
Thank you.
Yep. There's our shirts that we'll be wearing on the demonstration today.
Thank you so much. And can I just say, on behalf of the New Zealand public, because we get a lot of feedback, and we've done stories with with firefighters like yourselves before, and we get a lot of feedback. So while Fire and Emergency New Zealand may not be making you feel valued, just know that the people who contact this program very much value the work that you do, and we value the work that you do, so thank you for doing it.
Kia ora. This is a wonderful job. There are lots of good people in this job, and we are humbled by the support that we're getting from the public and everybody, so yep, thanks so much.
For us, as I said before, it's not just about pay. We put our lives and our livelihoods on the line every single day. The pay will help, but it won't stop me from getting cancer. It won't support me if I go to an emotionally traumatic event and need psychological support. It won't ensure that I don't have to work 100 hours a week, and it won't make sure that my trucks, the appliances that I use every day, work every day when I need to respond to my community's needs.
Joe Stanley, Vice President of the Professional Firefighters Union. Thanks for being here this morning. I know the hours between 11 and 12 will not be a relaxing time for you. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
2,000 firefighters walked off the job today in an hour-long strike following months of negotiations with Fire and Emergency New Zealand.
Members of the Professional Firefighters Union are asking for better pay and better working conditions. Keisha Brownlee reports.
They're calling it a fire crisis.
I feel sick to the stomach that it's come to this. We're just ignored and treated like crap.
The length of the country, young and old, the Professional Firefighters Union down tools to parade and picket.
I think it's a tragedy, the way they're being treated.
They refuse to listen to our concerns about firefighter safety, firefighter welfare, and the concerns we have over recruitment and retention of firefighters.
After more than a year of negotiations and a partial strike in June, today's the union's first strike. They warn it won't be the last.
Clearly need more training, more resources and more money put into the service so that we can help the community.
Like Christchurch crews had to earlier this week when a huge blaze broke out at a Christchurch scrap metal yard. It's a charred heap of scrap metal now, but when fire crews were here battling this blaze, 4 of their trucks broke down, leaving them with fewer resources, making the fire harder to fight.
We had 2 mechanics on that scene of the fire fixing trucks on the scene.
We just want better working conditions. We want a safer and more effective fire service for New Zealanders.
We're close to breaking point as I've ever seen in 26 years. With the amount of burnout and fatigue.
Are the unions by their side?
I just think it's appalling that they're being expected to basically beg for the things they need, just the bare minimum to do their job safely.
We've been seriously let down by Fens management. We never wanted to walk off the job, but when you're backed into a corner and up against a wall, this is our only option.
This is more than just wanting a pay rise. It's much more than that, isn't it?
Absolutely. The wheels are falling off Fens. If we're looking at that wheel, the pay rise is just one spoke of that wheel. We're talking about firefighters catching cancer. We're talking about fire appliances breaking down nationally. 28-year-old fire appliances. An example is the scrap metal yard the other night that you covered, 4 trucks breaking down. I think from here, what we need to see is the government actually stepping in and forcing Fens to actually take note and do something about it.
one gone and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites